So I'm going to combine two stories I kind of missed yesterday because I was just having a nice little bit of a break, which I'm going to do today. Hello and welcome to the video. You could like, share and subscribe on the channel. Much appreciate it. Liking out the algorithm, sharing gets in front of people's faces, and subscribing lets me know like channel. Hit our notification bell to let you know when video go live. So Sheffield Wednesday had the defeat against Leeds and the fan base had gone pretty insane in the meltdown online. Early days, it's only 3 games in. Let's not completely lose it and see where we are in about 10 to 15 games. It could be interesting to see what Wednesday do in the market, because the market coming up to being done, it closes on Friday. I am doing a transfer deadline day special, which we do every year now. So we'll be going through it all. And next week busy as well. We've got Grimby game, we've got debrief, we've got everything. But Danny was speaking about players and who players are going to be coming back into the squad, aka Akin Fenwell and Nathaniel Chalabar. And here's the thing for me. They're both back in full training, and it looks like they'll be back sooner than later, which is fantastic, especially for Chalabar. I think that's the one that you could do. We got a trip versus Grimby Town on Tuesday. You might see some of in that side. You never know. It could be handy. Danny went on to say they're good. They were back in the team training. They have no injuries so far, and this is good. Again, this is our new challenge. I think our squad now have more players that want to play as a starter, but of course they need to show that they're ready to be starters, which makes sense. This is why I miss reserve team football. You could have thrown a player in a reserve team game to get him back into fitness and get him going again. And that's something that we're going to miss. But it's good that they are going to be potentially back for the next game, especially, like I said, Chalabar is a big one. Maybe Akin. I think Akin might help this defense. I made a video yesterday talking about how have Wednesday got any leaders at the back. And I'd be interested to know what your guys' thoughts on that is. Is there any actual proper leaders at the back line to help us? Maybe that's something we need to look into. So, on the Guy Sport punditry, Gary Rout was saying how it's great having this attacking approach that we want to do, but it comes with its own problems. He went on to say, Danny wants to be aggressive. He wants to play with a high press and take players out the build up because he wants to get more body forward, because he doesn't want the team getting out of the bottom 3. Obviously, he didn't inherit that. He got them out on it, but at the same time, he wants to be an ambitious manager that his team can compete in the top 6. I think the challenge with that tactic is against some teams, if you are a little bit loose in possession, particularly like teams against Leeds, they will hurt you if you lead them the fate to hurt you. And that's what they did. That's 100% what they did. He went for this tactic. A lot of people have said about the tactics over this weekend, going, maybe he shouldn't have gone that heavy with it. Maybe he should have changed it up a little bit. But the difference is, this is a team that's had Prem money, only just missed out last season. The difference is between one team that was going for Premiership and one team that was trying not to go down into League One. The difference is you're not going to get a massive change overnight. You can change players and stuff like that, but it's not going to change overnight. I think the mentality he had when at the end of the season, he managed to build that up gradually. And that's the thing, you gradually build that up. And I think for me, we could have just see where we're at. Now, talking of the transfer window, he said he didn't want to talk about many transfers at the end of the game, but he turned around and said this. It makes no sense to make somebody today and look back. Of course, in the international break, we will look back at the first 6 games, and we'll take from this today, which I think is a good way. It's a better way of looking at stock, see where we're at and stuff. But he made it very clear he still wants players in. Now, for me, I think it's midfield, because it was non-existent versus Leeds. Centre-back, because if you lost Bambo, you need another one. Probably 2 midfielders, centre-back, and he probably does want another striker, especially if you're letting Cads go. Now, we don't know where we are with Pierce Charles' brother Shay Charles yet. From the point of view of the Southampton manager, he made it sound like it was all pretty much nearly done and dusted, that he'd come down here for medical and everything. And so far, they seem to be one of those cases again where when they go, this is the longest medical ever. Maybe there's something behind the scenes that needs to be ironed out, loan fee, I don't know. But at the end of the day, if that pays off, then fantastic. This week will be very important for us because I think if you get the international break and you can have 6 points out the first 4 games, I don't think that's bad, considering 2 of the teams against Leeds, who are going to be up there top 2, and Sunderland, who, didn't do great last season, but you look at the result they got at the weekend versus Burnley. They beat Burnley 1-0, who is meant to be up there, a team to go up. They seem to have started really, really well. And I think even though they've had a shorter period to get players in, and it took them ages to get their manager in, they kept the core bunch of those players together, kind of thing. Now, we kept the core bunch of our players together, but at the same time, we have also added a lot of new players to the system. So it's going to be interesting, especially around that back lineup. So we'll see where we are. At the end of the day, Sheffield Wednesday are in a position where we need to sit down as fans and players, think about where we are, where we want to be. But also, I've got the thing, I don't mind us being a mid-table team. There've been so many people who've said that they reckon, we'll be this, we'll be that, we'll be top half, kind of thing. I think mid-table's a massive W if we can get it, because that's a massive improvement from last season. Sometimes teams who bring in a lot of players take a while for it to gel and it work. I think let's have calmer heads. Let's not be so reactionary. Let's not be biting every time. Like, I've had it all on the comment section this weekend, and it's been insane. It's been absolutely insane. After 3 games, people have lost their heads. Like, here's the thing for me. I've spoken to a lot of Leeds fans and a lot of Sunderland fans who have said, don't worry, you'll get this right. That'll come good. I think you've just got teething issues. I think in and around it, you'll have it sorted. It's just going to take a bit more time for it to work, because it's a new system for new players. And people will turn around and say, they've had an entire summer to do this. Why did it not work? There's a difference between doing it in a summer, pre-season, and doing it in a match day situation. 2 completely different scenarios. And even if somebody goes, but they didn't have enough matches. Even in a match in pre-season, you're not going to go full to 11 just in case you get injured. Let's calm down. Let's have calmer heads. Let's see what happens. We've got the beautiful thing is once we've played Millwall, we have an international break. More time for Danny to be on the training pit to try and figure out where he can help with it a bit more, instead of having to go, right, I've got a game Tuesday, rest, go through Tuesday game, then train Thursday, Friday, then we've got to go Saturday. He'll have a week to try and figure stuff out, and he'll let players have time off, obviously. Talking players with time off, I just want to say a big congratulations to the Pattersons on the birth of their little girl. It seems like that is the reason why we haven't seen Patterson. His missus has given birth, so I don't know what that says to him at the club, but at the same time, I don't care about that. I care about the human aspect. So congratulations to the Pattersons on the birth of your healthy little girl. But apart from that, thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. I don't know how many I'm going to do today. I'm trying to have a little bit of a weekend off, because next week it's going to be busy. Monday, tomorrow, keep your notification bell on. Monday, debrief versus Leeds. Tuesday, game versus Grimsby. Wednesday, debrief versus for Grimsby. Thursday, I haven't got anything planned, and I'm going to try and keep it that way. Friday night, long stream in the evening. Can be a roundup stroke transfer window deadline day. And we'll go till the window shuts, I think. So I am down here for a very long time on Friday. So I might try QB, and not do too much video content that day. You may just have a preview, and maybe if anything breaks during the deadline day with a player or something, and that'll be it. Apart from that, thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one, and let's see what we do in the next week in the transfer window.